Probably most of the progress and improvement of the ensemble was made during the final week of rehearsal. Why? Because that's when everybody involved got serious, including the conductor, who by that time usually knew the scores. As a guest conductor for school honor groups, I have had a few occasions when I've conducted a festival band in which parts were distributed to students in the morning, the music was rehearsed for 2.5 hour sessions during the day, and the concert performed in the evening. When choosing music for such a concert, I usually select one easy piece, one or two intermediate difficulty, and one challenging piece. A situation like the one just described is absolutely necessary for the host and I to be well prepared and organized. I have studied my scores, know them all well. The organizers have taken care of all the logistical concerns such as distribution of parts, seating, equipment. Everything is thoroughly prepared because the time allotted for rehearsals leading up to the concert is limited. Everyone, myself, the organizers, and students know that functioning at our very best is necessary if we are to succeed in attaining our objective of a fine performance of music. In this type of situation, I find students quickly get caught up in the need for concentrated and efficient work. Pencils are busy, there is no talking, no discipline problems. There is great concentration and focus. The students clearly understand the challenge presented by the limited rehearsal schedule. My rehearsal plan stipulates precisely what will be rehearsed and when. If the plan calls for a certain passage and is to be rehearsed from 10:30 to 10:45, that's it. That's when it will be rehearsed. It's my responsibility to get the job done in the allotted 15 minutes of rehearsal time. This is what a professional is supposed to be able to do. We are all professionals. Being well prepared, knowing the score thoroughly allows the conductor to focus attention on listening. Very necessary for conductors if he or she wants to quickly identify what needs fixing and then to fix it in an efficient manner. All the concert performances I've conducted at these one-day festivals have come off quite well, some extremely well. Students generally display a good sense of individual responsibility and commitment. I find that there's a great air of excitement at rehearsals and especially at the concert. Many times after conducting at a festival, even sometimes during conducting a festival that has 2 or 3 days of rehearsals, I have recommended that the rehearsal schedule be cut back. High performance expectations, coupled with conservative amount of rehearsal time, forces everyone involved to be better prepared and committed. Striving to achieve the highest quality results in less time, becoming more efficient and effective motivates growth and development. All music education experience should be structured so as to serve as vehicles for student growth and development. And also, that should be what you should try to do. If it takes me 45 minutes to do this, try to do it in 40, just as well. Try to do it in 35. When band directors challenge themselves to be more thoroughly prepared for their rehearsals, more effective and efficient in teaching, they grow as musicians and as teachers. When I first tried this better prepared, less rehearsal time procedure as a young high school band director 40 years ago, it was a disaster. The students have been used to having at least a couple months to prepare for a concert. I think that when I announced that we were going to prepare the next concert in 3 weeks, they either didn't believe me or didn't understand the implications of it relative to the increased individual responsibility that this new procedure placed on each of them. When we arrived at the final week of preparation, it was clear that the music was not adequately prepared for the concert. I think they thought I would either cancel the performance or, if the concert was to be performed, eliminate pieces. I did neither. The concert was a disaster. The result of this experience, however, was that when we embarked on the preparations for the next concert, another block of 3 weeks, there was a clear realization of what had to be done. The students became more individually responsible regarding the preparation of their music. They became better students, better players. Rehearsals no longer were dominated by the drilling of parts. They became exciting experiences of musical collaboration, with each student sharing their contribution of outside preparation with each other. In other words, the gift we bring to each other is a better me. Through improved development of their skills, maturing sense of responsibility and concentration, they grew to be able to prepare and perform concerts at a very high standard in less rehearsal time. Now, you have a handout, I think, that contains some of the things that I think makes this possible. Choose music wisely. Balance selections of pieces to be studied, rehearsed, performed. Select music, some that are challenging, some that are easy. Lay out rehearsal plans by the minute, not the hour. If you want to come to my house, I will show you, I have in my file cabinets, every single rehearsal I've conducted with my high school band, with my Ball and Walls College Symphonic Wind Ensemble, and my New England Conservatory Wind Ensemble. Every rehearsal, all laid out what we did when we did it. Now, some people think that's crazy. I think it's a very professional approach. And the thing about it is you have to get everything done. It said, number 4 says, work fast, efficiently, don't waste time. And number 3 says, don't accept failure. If you didn't do it, then you got to get out the videotape and look at what you did and try to find out why it didn't work. Because if you're a professional, if the Boston Symphony Orchestra got to prepare a concert in 3 hours, that's it. They got to do it. Ozawa's got to make sure it's done. If that doesn't happen, then the issue is, why didn't it happen? I must have missed. What didn't I think about, or what procedure was wrong? In other words, I'm trying to learn. When I was your age, most of you young, we didn't have videotape. But I could record my rehearsals, and I recorded all of them, and I would always listen to them before the next rehearsal, because I'd listen to it and I'd say, oh God, I can see why they didn't do it. I don't understand myself. I mean, if you really are trying to perfect yourself, that's the kind of diligent evaluation that has to go on. Utilize sectional rehearsals and mini sectional rehearsals. I mean, if there was a passage with only 2 or 3 kids, I'd say to one kid, you're responsible for getting the other 2 together outside a rehearsal. I want you in 5 days to have it all prepared. In other words, give them the responsibility. I schedule multiple performances. I like to do pieces at least twice. Once in school and once someplace else. Once you've got the performances prepared, then give the kid the opportunity to perform it. Performing is different than preparing. And they learn so much on the second or third performance of a piece. Scheduling a conservative amount of rehearsal time is an expression of the teacher, band director's respect, trust, and confidence in the responsibility, industriousness, and abilities of his or her students. The development of quality bands and wind ensemble performances reached a remarkable advanced level at the beginning of the 21st century. The challenge for directors who have built and continue to build such advanced ensembles is to transfer their primary focus and energy from building great ensembles to interpretation at the deepest level. This is only possible through studying and performance of music of exceptional quality. In other words, hopefully, what's going to happen is people are going to start living band rehearsals, and they're not going to be talking about how the clarinets played, but they're going to be talking about how great that piece was.